Hey guys, I just wanted to talk about two weird dreams I had. It's been having really, really crazy dreams lately. Yesterday night, it was actually early yesterday morning. Um, I dreamed that I was in ancient Rome and there was a war going on between Rome and Sparta. And, I'm not entirely sure what was happening. I know something major was happening in the dream. Obviously, the war is major, but something else major was happening, and I just don't remember what it was. There was some kind of I just don't remember. And I think I was on the Roman side. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe I was on the Spartan side. I don't know. Um, it was weird though. Anyway, just now, not just now, but earlier this morning, I kind of woke up panicking. I woke up panicking because I had a really bad nightmare. So it started where I was in, the Chicago subway system. And now typically I'm so used to using the trains, we call it the L, but the trains and the buses, I don't have a problem finding my way around and getting to the right trains and the right buses and getting where I need to go. Um, Obviously, that was when I took public transportation. I don't now because of the pandemic, and also the perpetrators swarm me. But I used to use public transport all the time, and I had no problem getting around. Well, in the dream, I was in the subway system, and it was more complicated than ours typically is. And I was having a hard time finding my way around, and I was kind of lost. And then I went to a receptionist at the front desk, and she, I told her that I couldn't find where I was. I couldn't find my train. I told her where I was going and that I couldn't find my train, and she directed me to a different location. So I went to the location. It was a large room, with a lot of tables, a lot of round tables, and I opened the door and I went in, and there was nobody there, and I sat at a table, which is weird. I don't know why I would have done that, but now the second part of the dream starts, right? So a man comes in. Now, I don't know if he was there when I say there was nobody there, but was he already there or did he come in after? I don't know. Either way, there was suddenly a man sitting in front of me. He looked me dead in the eye, okay? And in the dream, I knew this was significant. I knew that something was up. And at that point, I think I was just about to become lucid and you know, become aware that I was dreaming or that something strange was going on, but I did not. I never became lucid. And I've had lucid dreams a few times before, but not this time. Um, then a woman came in, and so they're sitting there, and the woman, I don't know. The woman starts. I'm trying to keep this in order. She started smoke. No, she didn't start smoking yet. Um, there was medication on the table, and I knew I had to take mine, and I started taking it, and then I realized I almost took someone else's. I don't know, but I might have taken too much, and I went and I spat it out, and I got back, and the woman was smoking, and by that point, more and more people were. Oh no, I'm sorry, that didn't happen yet. So at that point, the man and the woman. First, the man started. He took his shirt off, and then he started taking his pants off, and the woman then started undressing as well. Um, at that point, I started thinking, okay, this might be a social experiment. Now, again, since I did not become lucid, I never understood how I got there or why. How did I end up in a social experiment? Because, just from asking directions to find my train, it didn't make sense. But and if I was lucid, it would have made that would have been a big question mark. Well, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense, right? Um, anyway, yeah, and then all of a sudden, their clothes were back on or something, and I questioned them like, "What are you doing? What do you like? What's going on?" And the man said something to me. I don't remember what. Um, and I said, "Are you hot?" or something, and they said something I don't remember, and okay, so I think at some point their clothes were back on, and the woman started smoking, and other people started coming in and sitting at the tables, and it looked like they knew me. I didn't know them. So they were sitting there, and I think her smoking began to bother them. So she stopped. Some people were eating. I don't know. They were smiling. It's like they were in on something that I was not in on. And what happened? Right. I got up to leave and I went over to one of the doors. It was a sliding door. And I slid it open and there was another door behind it. I slid that door open and there was another door behind it. And it just kept going that way. I could not get out and I started to panic. I realized then that something was terribly wrong. Something was terribly wrong. And this is where it kind of combined like my knowledge of gang stalking plus, social experiments and all the, these stupid games people play on each other now. And I went back to the table and the guy was sitting there and, I was calling him by a specific name. He told me his name earlier, and I'm not going to say the name just in case any targets have that name. I don't want to be used to, against them. But I called him by his name and I said, "What's going on?" By that time, of course, he had his clothes on again. And he was the only one there at that point. I don't know if the woman was there or not, but everybody else had left. They were all gone. Nobody else was there except the two of us. The woman might have been there, but it was... I knew that he was running things, this guy, and I looked at him and I said his name and I said, "What's going on?" I was almost pleading with him just to tell me the truth. Even if he was involved in it, even if he was running it, even if he's a complete psychopath, please just tell me the truth. I didn't say that, but I was coming close to it, and he looked at me, kind of smiled, and he said, "Oh, they're not bad people. They're not bad people. They're just..." And I don't remember what he said, and I said, and I thought, well, they're just involved in an experiment, a social experiment. They don't really know what they're involved in, right? I mean, they know they're involved in something, but they don't know how bad it is. Right? So maybe they're not all bad people. Right? Some were probably just paid to go there for a few minutes, sit there, and then leave. No clue what's going on. Then he made a comment. He got a little snarkier. I don't remember what the comment was. He said something like, and I don't remember the exact words, but like something like, "So much for your dear old dad." And then he got up and walked away. Now that comment, I don't know. I've been thinking about my dad lately, and and I explained in another video what was going on with that issue. My dad died when I was a baby, and I believe they killed him. But I've been thinking, there's a long story behind that too. It gets complicated. I'm not going to explain it all again here. But I was thinking about him, and I was wishing that he was still alive. And I don't even remember him because I was too young when he died. But I was wishing he was still alive to be here with me and my mom. And I was thinking, these sadistic fucks who killed him have to pay. They have to pay. I had been thinking that over the last few days, and at one point I was actually banging my fists on the wall for his sake, and so upset that he hasn't been here, that they took him away. I'm sure they killed him. I'm sure they did, because he was a protector, right? He would have protected a woman and her child. And I believe now that this program started long before that fight I had online a decade ago. I was meant to... It just got worse. Everything just got worse when that fight started. I think that was the catalyst for them to take up the torture. But this started, I think, maybe even before I was born. And so I had been pounding my fists on the wall, thinking about, how angry I was that they took him away from us. And, and all of a sudden I got this, not a voice in my head, but a thought in my head. "You know what, Julian? You're too damn old to be crying for your daddy. You're too old to be crying for your daddy." Now, in reality, I wasn't crying for my daddy. I was angry that he's not here, and that they probably killed him. And I actually responded to myself in that sense. Don't twist it into something like that. Don't twist it. You know your own intentions. It's not that. Anyway, this video is going to get too long. I just wanted to share those dreams. Really, really weird. And I know I'm leaving stuff out because I just don't remember. But, anyway. Later.